Get into it.
As long
Get
as
into
I
it.
can.
Get into it. Feels good. Feels good.
You want one? Oh, yeah.
This is actually a little bit different than last time. So, used to be a green room. Now it's a little bit of a white room. I can deal though. Nice new flooring and everything. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so we sold out all of the pre-sale tickets. I think they might allow a couple people in at the door, but did pretty good. Should be nuts. Pumped to get this bad boy rolling. Banners, check. Sound about to be checked.
Let's do the vocals. Go from stage right and across.
My Jack! 1, 2! 1, 2!
If your monitors are happy, I am happy in front of house.
For monitors, actually when we go up, we'll just kill them.
Yeah, they'll be dead. I'm talking about your in-ears if you're happy with what you've got going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
My Jack!
Go ahead, Jameson.
Check, check, check. My Maserati goes 185. Check, check, check.
Okay, you guys need to play anything, or are we just happy with that?
Actually, right as we go up, we might play 30 seconds just to double check the in-ears. So we should be.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm more than happy with where we're at.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thank you, Nathaniel. For Nathaniel. Ready to rock. To add to all the amazing stuff that happened today, check this out. So, on tour last year, these sunglasses were somehow lost. I thought someone lifted them from the van or something, but we found them, or Ty found them rather, in the van, and we sold out a show, got some sunglasses. It's a good night. It's a good night. All right, little gumbo, you don't even know it yet, but this one's for you. So, it's your first gig. Have a good time. Check this out. That's a sold out gig for you, bud. Have fun.
Thank you all so fucking much. We are the Rival Voting. We're going to be hanging out. The after party starts right now.
We did all right. We did all right. It was pretty good. I thought the green room was super sick, but it turns out if you just hit this button, you can play some Super Strike Bowling for free. Take that, what is it, Black Cat in Regina, where I paid like $1 to play. This one is free. Neat. I hit some pins. I really wish I'd have known about that sooner. That's so sick. Check this out. Not bad. Sold some merch, moved some hats, moved some CDs. Thank you. There we go. What a time. What a time. She looks a little bit different from the gig last night, but I mean, not so different yet. We gotta pack up our gear here. The venue was kind enough to let us leave our gear, which was nice because we were so busy after the gig, like signing autographs, hanging out with people, selling merch. And it's cool to just like leave your stuff and not have to worry about packing up right after a gig. But day after, so we gotta do it now. We did it, sold out the show. That was awesome. We were beginning to sell out the tickets on the online site, and then at the bar they had sold out all their pre-sales. It was packed and it was no more room. It was kind of funny because John, the owner of the venue, I don't think he expected as many people to be coming as there were. I mean, at the end of the day, he was super stoked because the bar was going nuts, and I mean, he of course gave us that bucket of barley sodas to get the night going, and yeah, I think it turned out to be a good night for everyone. The sound guy, Nathaniel, has this room like so dialed in. I mean, I'm not out in the crowd, so I can't really tell, but just checking out some of the GoPro footage, or like even on the GoPro camera, it just sounds so thick. It was so nuts. Like I mean, Grande Prairie has just been so awesome in supporting us. It was cool. It kind of became a thing where it was like, it became so big. It was just the event that was going on, and there were so many people. Like usually you play shows, especially in our hometown, where you recognize everyone. And I mean, it's been a while since we played here, but I mean, there was just so many people and the crowd was insane. Like they're Better Than Fred's has like a no moshing policy. They'll allow a little bit of movement, but like people were not having that. They were going hard. There was crowd surfing too. It was so funny when we were getting going and like people were trying to crowd surf, and the bouncer was up here trying to like get people to chill out. They didn't want to. It wasn't happening. Right from when we set up the merch table to like the end of the night, it was basically lined up. I brought a silver Sharpie, which ended up being a great idea because our album and most everything we sign is black, and that shows up really well. That's something I'll have to take note of and make sure I'm doing that on future gigs. It's always flattering to, you know, hear people being stoked, but you know, people were showing up in our shirts and like, you know, right from the get-go, people were like, "Oh, can you sign it? Can you sign it? Are you guys gonna be able to sign it?" It's like, yeah, we'll sign your record. We're not just super rock star jerks where we're not gonna, you know, turn people away. Oh no, we're not signing autographs at our own show. I can't wait until I'm that jaded old dude who's just like, "Oh no, I don't sign things. It's not my style." It was a lot of work that went into promoting. Like we postered everywhere, went hard on social media, did some radio interviews too, and you know, it's very satisfying that like it isn't just all us, but it's really satisfying when the work you put into something gets returned. And you know, Grande Prairie's always been super supportive of us, so they definitely didn't disappoint us last night. Like having a sold out show that's awesome. This show was probably overall, it might have been like one of the biggest ones we've ever done in general, and for sure it's the biggest one we've headlined. It just feels like there's something in the air, like it's catching on and people are digging it, and you know, or a million people are tagging us on Instagram with pictures and videos of the show, and people were so pumped and telling us how much fun it was. So it feels good, man. It's a good time. Still a little bit choked that I didn't realize these were free to play before. I could have been tossing some bags all night before the gig, but you snooze, you lose. Next time I know I'll be in there getting some high scores. Okay, so fun little fact about these Maplegram banners. I ordered them in like they're 8 feet tall, which is great, and like they look massive. Problem being, we actually don't have anyone in the band that is 8 feet tall, so putting them up is a little bit of there's a procedure. What we've actually been doing is folding down like the top 2 feet, because it's just black anyway, and then taping it over, and then it becomes like a 6 foot tall banner, which is maybe what I should have got in the first place, but dream big, you know? Dress for the job you want, not the one you have. Another awesome thing that Nathaniel did was, as we were starting, we start with Hurricane, which starts with a little guitar intro thing, and then he faded the lights up perfectly for it, and it just looked so cool that, like, you know, we start with the dark stage, Brendan comes in with the intro, and then the lights go up. And then another thing, like, we didn't tell him that we were doing like an encore or planning to do the whole, oh yeah, that's our set, and then, oh, everyone's cheering, we're gonna do an encore thing. He killed the lights, and then he said, like, people started cheering, and then he started like doing the flash and stuff like that. It was a really cool effect to you know, to get people pumped, and they were stoked, and like they went extra hard for the encore too, which was cool. Well, I'm packed up about as good as I can be. I'm gonna get my stuff out of here. It's nice to like move at a leisurely pace and just meander and wrap cables, instead of like having to rush out the door and get stuff in the van and get ready to go to, you know, wherever we're crashing or to the next show. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see it, but on my hands just like so much dirt and stuff from wrapping cables. It's always a glorious job. Some other cool stuff that we have going on. We're doing Flesh God Apocalypse, Hypocrisy, and Animus in Edmonton and Calgary, April 9th and 10th. And then we also got announced on Loudest Hell Festival in August. I guess I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thanks to everyone that came out and made this show a success. Gumbo, hopefully you enjoyed your first show. For the rest of you, thanks for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe, check out our album, and I'll see you all soon. Deuces.
This is the Good Times Metal Music.
Pretty good show, Gumbo. Pretty good show.